everybody, welcome to a special short series of videos I'm going to be putting out over the next week or so, featuring YouTubers that Joyce and I met when we went over to the United Kingdom last month and spent the month of June over there. It was really awesome, brilliant, fantastic, all my usual superlatives. We were just blown away by how awesome everybody was. Now, I do try to keep everything I post on this channel train related. Well, these are all model YouTubers into train. Some we've got video of, and I will share those videos. Some we met but really didn't do any video. We just we talked. Either we didn't have a lot of time or didn't really get a chance to put a lot of video in. And I will, in some cases, I will combine. So this first video is a tribute to the people we really didn't get any video of. We started our trip to the UK meeting Tim Dowd, who has been a friend, subscriber to my channel for a while now, and I've subscribed to his. He's got an awesome UK train collection that he runs in the bedroom of his house. I would have loved to have seen his trains and that, but we didn't make it over to his house. But he met us going into the city of Cardiff. He waited at the town of Newport, hopped on the train just so he could meet us and talk to us for the 12-minute ride to Cardiff, and then talk to us on the platform for a bit. And then he joined us on a trip to Gloucester. And we spent a few hours there and we talked and we filmed around Gloucester. So it was just really brilliant to meet him. And it was where this really surrealistic mood came in, because I'm sitting here going, this is Tim JD. I see him on YouTube. And he told us, I feel like I'm sitting with movie stars. And it's really weird because Joyce and I, egos, I think everybody knows our egos don't go that far. But we're there to meet, we're not thinking anybody's there to meet us. We're there to meet them. You know, I don't know if that makes sense. We're not thinking that they might be thinking the same thing. We're meeting them. So we met Tim, and then on our last day in Cardiff, our train had to go through Newport. So he hopped on an early train, came into Cardiff, met us at the station at Cardiff, and then rode the train back to Newport. And that's where the surrealism really hit, that there are people who we watch each other on YouTube, and you just develop a connection somehow. You talk to each other on, as Alan Weil says, the tippy tap. You really get a chance to talk to each other in comments, but do you really know that person on the other side? And maybe Joyce and I just have good taste in people, because Tim was just awesome to meet. He was what we expected and more. Just such a nice guy. And unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of video of him, and I think he was a little shy of being videoed. There was a couple of times while we were in Gloucester where I panned the camera over to him and he quickly ducked away. So I do have a couple of pictures to share with that. So hopefully Tim will forgive us. But it was just brilliant to meet him. I mean, it started our trip in the UK off brilliantly. We enjoyed London. We got to Cardiff. We really loved where we stayed in Cardiff. We met Tim, the first of the YouTubers we were going to meet. So he's always going to have that honor. He's the first YouTuber we ever met. And he was just brilliant. Loved the guy. Really do. Joyce and I just really thought Tim was amazing. And I wish I had more video and I could have gotten into his layout. Now, the second person we met is Alan. I will put a separate video up with that. And then we met, after Alan, we met another person I want to talk about now, Philip Page. Philip Page is another person where we didn't videotape anything. we just managed to get a selfie real quick. But again, this story is where your heart just sometimes can't believe somebody is interested in you enough. I do have a hefty ego, but when it comes to certain things, no, I don't have a big ego. It's the question of how you challenge it, I guess. But Philip knew what train we were taking. And Philip's got a cool channel, and I'll put the links to these channels I'm talking about in this video. Philip's got a cool channel. He does rail fanning. He doesn't post a lot. But I first started watching him when he was doing what he called his kitchen counter railway, which were just very eclectic, funny, clever videos where he ran his model trains in his kitchen with all his kids and grandkids' toys and the coffee maker as a station and stuff. And it was just so clever and cool. It's what struck me and why I subscribed to his channel, because it was different, it was unique, and it was somebody having fun. And so Philip subscribed to my channel, and he would come to some of the live feeds, a lot of the live feeds, most, and just be a part of the group. Sometimes he just hangs in the background. But when he heard we were going to the UK and we talked about the different trips we were going, he found out that the train Joyce and I were going to ride from Liverpool to Edinburgh was going to stop in the town of Wigan, which is near where he lives. And he looked up the train, everything else, and he said, oh, you're going to arrive at this time. We didn't even know what time our train was going to arrive at Wigan. We just knew it was going through. We didn't have all the particulars. And we had a 7-minute layover. But he texted us and said, you're going to have 7 minutes, but your next train comes on that platform, or comes across, like you're arriving on platform 5 and you're leaving on platform 6 or vice versa. He says, I'll meet you there. And I'm like, it's only 7 minutes. He says, I just want to meet you. And I'm like, this guy is willing to go through this effort and get to that station with a train unloading quite a few people and people trying to go in the hopes of just meeting us. Is like, that's, that just makes you gotta feel special. I mean, it did. I mean, my self-deprecation doesn't want me to brag about how cool I am, because I don't see myself as that cool, but that somebody likes what they saw on my YouTube channel enough that they were willing to chance for maybe 4 minutes, because we got to get off the train and then we got to get on our next train and find our seats and before it takes off. And it's where fortune smiles on you, because normally you'd complain about a train delay, but in this case it was perfect. Another train had canceled its run, and so our train that was to pick us up was making extra stops to pick up all those people the previous train couldn't. And so it wound up being about 20-25 minutes late. So we wound up having close to half an hour to hang out with Philip. And that was just brilliant. It was a lovely chat. And it's one of those, like with Tim, we didn't have enough time. And there's more. You wish you could have gone back and checked out their trains and all the stuff that you got to know them for on YouTube. But in the end, you get to know them as people, which is even better. But it was brilliant to meet Philip. So we had Tim, and then we had Alan, and then we met in Liverpool, we met Lee and Jackie, and I'll do a separate video on that. And we met Jim at Hover Motion. I'll do a separate video on that. And then Philip Page. The next person, we did get a little bit more video, but again, it was mostly just walking around Edinburgh, but I'll put a little of that on here, is we met a person I've been chatting to for about 2.5 years on YouTube now, Chris from Hales Heritage Railway. Now, Chris, I got to know because we were part of a small group of people that hung out on a couple of other people's YouTube channels that did live streams a lot. There was Christopher, who does Japanese N-gauge trains, but he always had these long live streams, and we'd all go there and chat. There was a whole bunch of us. Kieran, J94, a guy that's disappeared, Aberystwyth Station, and some other people, and Chris and David Williams, and we all just really got to know each other. And then Tim Wells from Family Model Railway started his live feeds, and we were all there together. And then when Tim stopped doing his live feeds, Chris kind of took over. Chris stepped in and filled that void. So for an hour every day, Chris was live streaming, and I was working from home, and I had that hour free. So we all hung and we really chatted. And when you get to chat with somebody daily, it gets closer than just the typical internet, YouTube, Facebook stuff. And Chris has a great personality. Not everybody gets it, but I do. And those who love Chris, like Joyce and I do, he's just such a funny guy. He's clever, he's witty, and he's got a very dry bit of sarcastic humor, which is one that's dear to my heart. I love dry sarcasm. I am myself a proponent of strong, dry sarcasm. But it was just awesome to meet him. And he met us at the day we arrived in Edinburgh. And we chatted with him. We just chatted there on the street for a bit. Finally went to Starbucks and had some drinks and chatted for quite a bit. And then he took us and just walked a little bit around Edinburgh. And he is like, okay, I've got to leave now. And I did not want him to leave. And we chatted with him. We'll follow him down to the bus. He said, oh, I got to go all the way down there. We'll go with you. We wanted to chat. And we knew why he had to get on that bus and why he had to leave. But we didn't want him to. Could we keep you with us for the rest of the day or the rest of the trip or whatever? So Chris, you were just awesome as well to meet. And then we did the York meet and greet where 6 other YouTubers showed up. And again, I'll do a separate video on that one. Today's video I'm going to dedicate to the people I didn't get real video of, or at least train related video. And the last person we met on the last day we were in the UK was just, again, it was a beautiful cap to a beautiful trip. We met Danny from South Line, Southern Line. And it was really interesting because he apparently had kind of missed that we were going to the United Kingdom the first time, or knew we were going, but he missed us in London the first time around. So when he was talking to us via text and other things, and I guess he also talked to Alan, had a long phone call with Alan, which he was really excited about. Alan mentioned we'd be in London again, so he texted me and said, you're going to be in London when? I said, okay, well, we're coming in the 25th, and then we're there the 26th, and then we're leaving the morning of the 27th. He says, can I meet you on the 26th? And I was like, yeah, what time? And we worked out a time. And he decided he was going to come into London with his son and go around and show his son some sights in London. But he put aside some time to meet us. And he was so excited to meet us, and we were excited to meet him. He's probably the person we know the least because we've only been subscribed to his channel for definitely less than a year. But very enthusiastic guy. So we were thrilled. We were absolutely thrilled to meet another YouTuber. And again, when we met Danny, and he filmed a little bit, and I'm going to steal that video and attach it here. The excitement he had to be meeting me and Joyce, again, it's like, why is anybody excited to be meeting Joyce and me? Okay, it's great, it's nice, but he, like Tim, like Philip, this excitement towards Joyce and me it's weird to say we didn't quite understand it, because really we should understand it, because we were this excited to meet these people. But maybe that's just how Joyce and I are. Why do you want to meet us? You know, we know why we want to meet you, but why does anybody want to meet us? But Danny was really excited to meet us, and we got the one selfie and the little bit of video here. And I wish I had more information, more video to share with each of these people, because it was brilliant to meet them all. It absolutely was. The people who we got to meet and visit their layouts or meet at the York Railway Museum, those videos we can do separately. But in this case, I was going to do this one video to highlight the people that we didn't get to spend nearly as much time as we wanted to and didn't get any video of. And I put these together not because they're less important, just because I don't have as much information to share, other than to tell you that they were all great people. Tim was amazing. Philip, the story of just how he was willing to take that chance and catch us, and the fates were kind to us and allowed us to actually spend more time together. I mean, it was just, if they got half the pleasure meeting us that we got meeting them, then they have to be ecstatic, because Joyce and I were just thrilled. And then again, with meeting Chris, which was just a dream, because Chris is a guy that he is who he is. He's a very real person, and he's just such a great guy, and it was so awesome to meet him. As with Danny as well. I'm a younger guy, but and his son, it was just great. So I put these four together in this video, not because I'm doing anything in order of importance. It's just I didn't have as much video and picture information to share, and so I just wanted to tell these stories. And then I will do videos, because I got to go to Alan's shed, I got to go to Jim Hovermotion's layout, so I've got more information to make full videos about. But this video is dedicated as a thank you to the four special people that went out of their way to meet us, and just spend what time they could, that they took time out of their days and really wanted to meet us. It was just brilliant. So to Tim, and to Philip, and to Chris, and to Danny, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for taking the time to meet us and letting us meet you. You made our trip unbelievable. All of you guys, you just made our trip so magical. And this video is to thank you for that. And again, because when YouTubers get a chance to meet, it's usually big group things, and sometimes the one-on-one is the best. Maybe it always is. So from Anthony Dodge and Joyce, Joyce will be posting some of her own stuff on her channel later. We just wanted to say again to all of you, thank you for making our trip amazing. So until next time, from the Model Train Outsider, happy trains.